My name is Beth Hiley here for Board Game Geek TV at Spiel 2014. I'm sitting down with Friedman Fries. How are you?
Great.
I know, in the last few years, I haven't actually had the chance to interview you, so I'm glad we're back at the table again.
Yeah, I'm here.
And
again.
Yes, and so you've brought us a couple things from 2F.
Yep.
And the first one is
Fresh fish.
What is it in German? Since
Frisch fish.
Okay, oh, no, that's easy enough.
Very, very easy, yeah.
You know, because I do like to always point out that your games begin with an F, and
yes.
So, of course, inevitably the question is, what about Power Grid?
About Power Grid, because it is Power Grid.
But what are we trying to accomplish here?
It's Fresh Fish. Fresh Fish originally was released in '97 in a very small print run with 300 games, and then Plenary Games did 1,000 whatever games, and it was always a grail game for some gamers. So it has to be redone. So and on the other hand, it has some. The original Fresh Fish has a very hard, tough, logical puzzle aspect in it. And so I try to work it out that this aspect is no longer in there because it's not that part of the game which makes the game good. Yeah? So it's just an add-on that is challenging, but it's not necessary. So Fresh Fish, the main concept of Fresh Fish is, as in the original one, you have a market here, and you have some fish here, and some ice cream, and some cheese, and some cold drinks, and you want to sell them fresh.
So it dawned on me that this is a bad game to talk about before dinner.
It is a bad game to talk about. Okay, maybe you're not much of a fish guy, so we can talk about the fish thing. Depends on sushi, huh? No. So everyone has a stand for each of these sorts. So my stand of fish should be some kind of here, to have a very short way to these trucks. Yeah, these trucks are here. Direct is not possible, so it will be a wave 2. So the shortest connection is something like here or here. Yeah. The main problem is if I build here and somebody builds in here, of course, ways longer. Yeah, this is the first aspect to think of. But the main aspect is I reserve spots for building. So if I want to build there, I reserve a spot. In my turn, I just reserve it. Next player may reserve somewhere here, and the others around. There are more wooden markers in there. So we go on and go on with reserving these spaces. Later on, if I build here something, when we look at this area, there's only one building allowed in this area. So if I build here, yellow loses his property to build something there. So it is always these things to look for when to place what. And when it comes up, I do have whatever marked on a lot of spots here because I want to have something like that. Yeah? And then I turn over something. I have to put one of these flea market tables on something I own. So I lose this spot. Yeah?
Yeah.
So maybe this is far away, I don't want to have it. So I put it here, which means these two are gone. Whoever was there. Yeah? But later on, if something like, it's very well shuffled. Later on, this fish is coming in. Yeah? Then we have to bid, blind bidding, for building it. If yellow gets it, I lose the spot. If I get it, I get it. So I have to pay high to get a good spot, or I have to wait. In the end of the game, I get mine for free. But maybe it's here.
Right.
So it is always this dilemma, when to start building that and how much to pay for it. But because the money in the end is victory points, and the length of the routes are kind of minus victory points. Yeah. So you just add on the routes, subtract the rest of the money, and whoever's lowest score wins. Yeah. So it is always dilemma. It is very dense. It is 45 minutes, and every time you have to think, if I put here, somebody goes here, and damn you. And it's always these, no, nothing is for sure. On the other hand, there are some things that can be for sure. If I have two spots here, if somebody builds, nothing happens.
Right.
So I can build here. So I can reserve some spots. But if I do this, I only have 3 markers left for doing my other things. So I can do that, but so it is this what Freshfish makes a game for a lot of gamers as a rare game, because it is very short and a lot of dilemmas, a lot of decisions, a lot of interesting choices. And still in there, so I love it. It has great bits now. It's a nice box. I'm very happy that it's this way now.
And glad that it's more easily available
Yeah.
to get than,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
obviously Grail games are so named
Yeah.
for a reason.
Yeah. So it's
How long,
here.
and it still takes about 45
45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even with 5 players. Okay, 5 players maybe 1 hour, but it's 1 hour game. And it is still, yeah, because on the other hand, you have a marker here. You can use it for the route here or here. So it's always, and if you put all these in this angle, then you have very high fighting here, and this is far away.
And the board is scalable depending on the amount of players
this
that
is
you have.
the number of players is 4 because it's 1 more than players. And if you build something very strange here, then nobody wants to go there, but somebody has to, and something like that. Yeah, this is it.
Well, Friedman, thank you again for
You're
showing
welcome.
us Fresh Fish.
Yeah.